All right, so let's continue. This was where we stopped. So we pick another pair with another example. So we said AUD with a current market price at 1.0248. And then we started drawing a table for us to work out our mathematics. This is a simplest way for you to, calculate that pips. So remember, we said we start from the fourth, we number it as the unit, tens, and this will be your hundreds. So let's say if the price of AUD NZD changes, I'm coming. I want to pick an example somewhere. All right, so if the price of AUD NZD changes from 1.024 to 1.0348, what is the PIP currently? If this market changes from this to that, what is the PIP currently? So we need to know which number change. So the number that change here, we have 1. If we match the 1 to this, it's still the same. If we match 0, it's still the same. Now remember, don't forget. And then if we match 3 to number 2, we now match 4 to this 4. We know that it didn't change. We match 8 to this last digit. We match this. So the number that changed is at the position. The number that changed is the position 2 that changed. So under position 2, we now trace it down. What do we have here? This is 100 units. So how many pips has AUD NZD moved? I will take it again. If AUD NZD is currently at this market price, 1.0248, and we started generating a table. Remember, we count from the fourth decimal, which is the number 8 here. Position is the fourth decimal. So this is 4. We start numbering. Sorry, what am I doing? This is 4. This is 3. This is 2. Let me write things here. And this is 1. 4, 3, 2. So let me try to put it in column. So where we have the decimal here, with number 1, where we have the second, so where we have the third, where we number 3, this will be our tens. Then where position 2 here is sitting, we'll number it as 100. Forget about this for now. Then now we said if the current price for AUD NZD now shifted slightly to 1.0348, what is the PIP? So you will always use your original value to compare. So that means AUD NZD has gone up to this but we need to know how many pips it has moved. So if we now, match this up, we match this to the first value, we are still having one. One did not change, so it didn't change. So we are matching them up. So if we match 0 to this number, we are still having it. So if we match 2 to this number, that is the number that changed for now. So at position 2, this number has changed. So let's match the 4 to this side. The 4 is still standing there. Let's match it to this particular position. 8 is still standing. So the number that changed is at the position 2. And then let's try to link this at position 2. After we drew this column, horizontal line, at position 2, if we match this to this place sitting here, what is the value there? So the value at that place is 100 units. So let's try to do some mathematics. So if this here is represented in 100 units, and then the value changes by one digit upwards. Let's say 2 plus 1, because the number here, the current market price there is 2. So if this is now 3, that means what went up was just plus 1 that was added. But we are not going to what? Call it as 1, because where we have 1 unit is here. Anything from here, we are dealing with it as tens. Anything from here, we're dealing with it as what? 100. So the value that went up is what? Where that changed, that is where you are going to interpret it. So that means AUD NZD went up with plus 100 pips. So that is it. We'll do another example again. Let's say AUD NZD. Let me do another example. So if you don't understand, let's get it. Is always at this particular price we started when the market opened. We start numbering, sorry. We start doing our numbering from here. This is unit, this is 10, this is 100. And then this is always your fourth decimal where your pips start counting. This is the third place, this is the second place, this is the first place. We draw a line. So if we say AUD NZD went to this current price, 1.0448. What is the pip in price? So the only number that changed here is this that has changed from this figure. And then we try to match it in the box. What is the unit here? This is 100. So that means AUD NZD went up currently now with what? 200 pips. Is it confusing?
Button, sir.
God bless. It's really, really simple and it's really understandable. It's really simple, sir. God bless you.
Okay, so if it's really simple, no problem. When I finish later on, I will give us examples. So now, The idea for this table now was to help us match the number, and then the calculation will be easy for us. Now let's do another example. Always keep this number in view. AUDNZD is currently at this price 1.0248. I have to hurry up. That is your 4 decimal 321 1 10 and 100. So if AUDNZD is now at 1.0258, what is the PIP value? How many PIP did the market go up? Let's do the mathematics.
10
So
pips.
where we had position 4, we are now having 5. So we write down 1. That means it has increased here. At the position, at the 10th unit, the price has gone up by 1. We write down 1. And then okay. So nothing changed here. So it's only that number at that place that what changed, because we still have 0, 2. It's just the 5 that changed where there's 4. 8 is still there. So that means how we would say this is that since what is here is 10, so AUD NZD has gone up with what? 10 pips. So AUD NZD has gone up with 10 pips. Do you understand? Let's do one more example there. If AUD NZD is at this current price, and then the market moves from what? 1.0228. How many pips has AUD NZD gone down with? So since we have this at this place, this is now lower than this price here is lower than the current price. And then we try to match where figures are, where figure have changed. 0 is sitting here, 2 is sitting here, 4 has changed at this position here, and then 8 is still there. And then at this place, we say this is called our tens. And then the market has dropped by a certain level at this particular place. So how do we, how do we read this? So we'll say that this has gone down by what? 20 pips. Remember, this is tens. So you are always going to interpret it in tens. So this has gone down. AUDNZD has gone down what? In minus 20 pips. Did you just understood what I just did there? Did you get what I did there?
Very well, sir. Very
Fine.
well, sir.
So let's quickly look at yen pairs. Now, yen pairs have their own structure or how they are being calculated in pips. It's just simple thing we'll be doing, the same thing. But let's know example of this type of pairs. Pairs that are under this yen family are USD JPY. Where you see the JPY, that is the yen. So like GBP, JPY, all these type of pairs, you put them under the yen pairs. AUD JPY, anything JPY. Now, they don't have the same way you calculate their PIP measurement. So how you calculate that, for example, we have USD JPY. Let's take USD JPY is at this current price, 110.90. So in the yen pairs, we start counting from the second decimal after the point. After this point here, the second decimal is here. So that is where we start counting our pips. So this will now be 2, 1. Sorry, 1, 2. So this is the second decimal where we count our pips. So we'll now come and do our extraction, but let me do a little analysis. If we say USD JPY has moved from 110 to 93, how many pips has USD JPY gone up with? Remember, we said we start counting from the second decimal after this 1, 2. So that means this figure has changed. So how many pips did USD JPY move up with from this current price? That means it has moved up with 3 pips. Very simple. Now let's go the other way. We're working that. So let's say we have a certain market price, 110 or 110.90. We start doing our labeling and draw this line again. This is units. This is our tens. And this is going to be our 100. So if we say the price of USD JPY currently is at this place, what does it mean? 110.96. How many pips has this market moved? Since this is a unit and we just shifted with 6, with a value of 6, that means what we have here is 6 pips. Don't forget, I said for yen pairs, we start counting their pips from the second decimal. That is why we are paying attention. Now, if USD JPY now change from 110.90 to 1112.90, how many pips has USD JPY increased to? Now let's do our matching together. We have 1 is still at the position. 1 is still at the position. It didn't change. 2, but let's match it where 0 is. 2 is changing. 9 is still here. 0 is still where it is. So the value that went was 2. If we replace 2 to where 0 is, and then at the table, what we have is 100. It's not tens, it's not units. So if we change this value where we have 2 in place of this here, that means USD JPY at the current price has moved 200 pips. Very sweet mass. Are you following?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. We are with you 100%, sir.
Don't worry, I'm going to do another calculation again. If USD JPY move 103 or 113.90, let's work this out. Link it to the table. 0 is still sitting, 9 is still sitting. Match this. 0 in place of 3 has changed from this current price. 1 is still at that place. The 1 is still there. So how many pips has this market moved upward? So if we do the analogy here, it's simply that USD JPY has moved plus 300 pips upward. Are we guys following?
Absolutely, sir. We're following.
Let's do one more example. I will clean the board so things get, it's not going to be, we should use our current market price so that we know what changed and what did not change. 110.90. Let's do the mass. Units, tens, hundred. So if USD is currently trading at 133.70, 133.70. So what and what changed in this particular place? Let's this is some more technical this thing. Let's know how many pips this USD JPY, how many pips did it go up? 0 is here, 9. 9, we're having 7. So mark that. Under 0 here, we're having 3. Okay. I think this is not matching. I think this is not yeah, this is a different current price now, for example. So we need to do the construction again. Okay, let's try another example. If USD is currently at this market price 130.70, what is this? Sorry, remember where your decimal starts from, the second decimal. Then let's do the calculation again. This is 1, this is tens, this is 100. Now if USD JPY moved from 130.70 to 130.285, how many pips have we moved, or how many pips did USD JPY move? So we do the mathematics, we match this. If we match 5 to 0, something have changed. If we match this to 7, this has changed here, but this 1, 2, 3 are still the same. So let's do the mathematics. So how many pips up did we move? How many pips did we move from this place? So this is, can someone tell me how many pips, the pips here we have?
15, sir.
Huh?
15.
15. 15.
You're very correct. Thank you very much. So we have moved 15 pips upwards. So if you guys know it, then congrats for you. I think that is much for today. Tomorrow we will see more deeper ways of calculating pips. Do you have any question? I think I'm done for now. Hello?
God bless you, sir.
Yeah, remember when you open your MT5 or trading view, for example, let's copy out a number we have. And I call that number irrelevant or insignificant. That number is called the pipette. So anytime you are calculating pips, you are not always going to include that number. For example, let us try to do a little live example of a market that is running now, GBP USD. All right, I want to share my screen. Sometimes it's not easy. Okay. So this is GBP USD here. Who can tell me the current market price GBP is sitting right now? Can you call the number out for me? So we can copy it out.
My screen here is very, very tiny, but let me see if I can zoom in.
Okay, those using phone may not see it, right?
Okay. It's 1.26700.
All right, so you write that price down. We'll work with it.
Okay, sir.
Now, have you written it down? I want to switch to my notepad so we can use it to work. Have you taken it down?
Yes, I've taken it down.
Can you call out the number? So let's do an example. Know that this is not a yen pair I'm writing here. GBP USD. What's the market price?
1.26
1.26
7
7
0
huh?
700.
700. Now, what did I say? You are always going to what? Eliminate the last number after the 4-digit 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't put this. That's a pipette. We don't consider that when we calculating the pip. So we rewrite this 1.2670. So let's do a little example now. Remember, this is 4, 3, 2, 1. And this is going to be, so this is going to be unit, tens, what is here? So this is going to be 100. So if the current market price of Euro USD changes from 2870. How many pips has that market moved? Upward. Can anybody tell me?
10 pips, sir.
Have you forgot? No, this is GBP USD. I said
All right.
anything that does not have JPY.
Okay,
Treat it.
200, sir. Sorry,
Thank you very much.
200.
Thank you. I love that. That is really impressive. Thank you. That's 200 pips. I love that. So I'm really excited at this junction. I'm impressed with the way you please make sure you write these things down, because when we go in the future, there's no how you are going to know what you are risking in a trade. You need to know that I'm risking 30 pips and I'm setting it as a value of losses I want to be set on my account, so that the account does not get blown, or the market does not wipe out everything. You get it? And then you need to know this pip calculation. Now, when you now know this one, you know how many pips and where to put your stop loss. Because if you are to risk 30 pips and use as a stop loss, you don't know how to set these formulas or know where 30 pips is. If you shift it to 41, that little this thing alone can liquidate you. So this knowledge is really important. So I hope we all have a nice day. The video will be there's a video recording for it. So take notes. All right. So have a nice day. If there's any question, you can leave it on the group there. I'm going to respond to you.
Sir, God bless you, sir. We are really, really grateful. Today's class was fire on our altar. God bless you. Real good.
It's all right, no problem. So you have a nice day. I think there should be some assignments too, but I will get to that once I'm done with what I'm doing here. Okay.